friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'm making a card for the Make the Cards Challenge, and I am using this stamp set from STAMPlorations. And this is one of the Bloomfully series. You get one fabulous image, and then you get a big script word, like in this case the script word is thankful, and then you get a bunch of little secondary sentiments, so you can basically create your own sentiment. So I really like these. I have 3 different ones, and I've made a lot of cards with these, and you can kind of custom make the sentiment for the person that you're sending it to. So I really like that. Like, I've made a lot of different cards with these 3 little sets, and they're smaller stamp sets, so the price point is really good. So I think it's actually really nice. I have several videos that I've used these stamp sets, and again, they're from STAMPlorations. So this challenge today is actually a color challenge, and this goes from Monday, June 28th through Saturday, I don't even know what Saturday is, July something? Is it July already? But I'm going to watercolor. So I just got these Altenew paint brushes. These are really nice. They're like synthetic squirrel, which I don't know why we would just say synthetic, not just say synthetic, but I actually really like these paint brushes because they're really, I like that they're stiff. The bristles are stiff. I bought another expensive paintbrush that came highly recommended by quite a few of the watercolorists that I enjoy watching, and I didn't love the brush because, like, I think I must have a very heavy hand because I just didn't think the bristles were stiff enough. I like them a little bit stiffer, and I feel like it's easier to control what I'm doing. And so I really, really like these Altenew ones, and the price point was not terrible. So here I'm using 3 Catherine Pooler inks. I use the Midnight Black actually, so I'm using 4 to do the original stamping, and I like the Catherine Pooler Midnight ink for watercoloring. It's good for watercoloring and Copic coloring, but I especially like it for watercoloring because that ink is not bleeding and I didn't have to dry it or anything. So I'm using her Mandarin Spice for the orange, the Cove Blue for the blue that I'm coloring in, and my favorite green of hers is Eucalyptus. So I'm using that for the green. So what I'm trying to do here is I put a light coat of the color on first and then let it dry. So I move on to a different flower while the light coat dries, and then I just am going back as each coat dries and adding a darker layer, but I'm not covering the whole flower with the darker layer. I'm just covering the bits where the darker places would be. So I'm just basically working my way around the flowers and adding the dark bits in now. And all I did was smush the ink pads on my mixed media mat. This is one of those Ranger Teflon. I think they're Teflon. It's one of the Ranger mixed media mats. And I smushed it on, spritzed it with water, and I added more water to some of the ink to make it a little bit lighter. This one I didn't add water to. I just smush it directly on, and I'm using it directly with my paintbrush so I can get it to be a little bit darker where I want it to be. So I'm learning to be a little bit more patient when I do watercolor techniques. And you can watercolor with your dye inks. In fact, you can watercolor with your pigment inks too. Those just dry really fast. At least in my experience, they do. But you know, I've used the Catherine Pooler's Midnight ink, which is a pigment ink or hybrid ink, to actually do watercolor techniques as well. So I'm just trying to add some like dark blue shadows here around the center of the flower and to some of the petals that are in the back on each of the flowers. I just want to deepen up some of the places toward the base of these other flowers. I'm not sure what these are called, actually. Those looked like the little lantern flowers on the left-hand side, so I made them orange. So I can use orange, blue, and green. Those are the 3 colors in the challenge. I really want to pull out some yellow. I'm not kidding here. And a little bit of purple would be nice, because those flowers on the right-hand side look like the little thistle flowers, or almost clover-like, and I felt like they should be purple. So I'm kind of using blue and orange on those flowers. So I finished the green as well, and now I'm just going to stamp my sentiment, and I'm doing thankful for you. And I really like that I can make a variety of cards, and they'll all end up having different sentiments. They'll have the thankful, but there are a lot of secondary sentiments that I can add to that thankful. So I decided that I would pull out some colored cardstock and see what I have in my stash. And I pulled out, and you probably have one of these too. I have this folder of cardstocks I got from like craft kits or card kits, and it's full of all different kinds of stuff. Here's some specialty paper. So I pulled out some blue, some orange, and some greens just to see what color combination I wanted to put together. And then I just put the panel that I watercolored on top of each of those to see what I really like. I really liked this on top of the dark blue. Actually, I thought that looked really nice, so I knew that I was going to use the blue, and I knew that was a half a sheet, so that's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it was a little too wide to turn it vertically, so I turned it horizontally and decided I wanted to put another color underneath it. So I tried out some other colors. That light blue felt like it was cheating with the color challenge, so I just measured that and pulled out this specialty paper. This is a beautiful fiber paper, and I feel a little guilty covering a lot of it up, but I really like the color. I feel like the yellow green is kind of fun. So I'm just going to layer that underneath and put it on top of the blue. So I just measured my card, the scrap of paper that I actually did the watercoloring on, and just added 1/8 inch to the length and the width to get a little bit of that color showing through, and then put it on top of that green or the navy blue. And I really like that color combination, but I feel like there's something missing on the right hand side, so I decided that I will add some of my crown jewel gems. And I tried adding some of the Nouveau drops, but I didn't like the way they looked at all, so I wiped those off and started over. And I like the crown jewel gems. This color is bittersweet orange. I'm just going to apply it with some of my this is the art glitter glue, and I'm using my favorite tools to apply gems there from Maker Forte, the hooked tweezers and the Magic Wand embellishment tool. And then I still feel like it needs something on the right hand side, so I'm thinking I'll add some gold washi tape. So I pulled out some gold washi tape that I have, and I did test out some paper because I was thinking, oh, maybe a strip of that green will look nice, and that might have looked nice, but I decided to go ahead and add some little washi tape because I have this gold, it's got like little white arrowheads on it, so I just lined up 2 pieces, trimmed it down, and that's going to complete my card. So I'll put all the links below to the things, and I'll put a link below to the Make the Cards Challenge. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Click the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, friends. Have a wonderful day.